My name's Sylvan and today I'm going to do a review of Penhaligons perfume. The Penhaligons perfume I've chosen is actually going to be Malabah, which I've got in this kind of, it's a little bit like a selection pack really. I got it for Christmas and, well, I don't know about you, but when I get perfumes I quite often, I don't want to shell out on the whole one until I know that it's okay. So what I do is I get a little selection pack like this. I don't know if you can see inside there are lots of little perfumes, kind of baby versions, and then I can try them out and rather than just going into a department store and just say maybe having one squirt, which doesn't really tell you an awful lot, I can go home and sort of think about it and think about the perfume and say to myself, does it have a long dry down and do I like the sort of, you know, the developments the perfume goes through. So I'm going to get out Malabah today. Here we go, Malabah by Penhaligons from my little box. And actually in this box it's really nice. It's actually got a little booklet that came with it, and it tells you a little bit about, you know, what's inside the perfume, the notes that you can expect, and the kind of perfume brief. And for Malabah here it says Malabah, exotic, cool and confident for the born traveller. Spices, lush flowers, precious woods, zingy top notes. Even the thing smells good actually, so it's quite cool. I'm loving it. Should put it in my drawer or something. But yeah, so that pretty much sums up Malabah. It's cool and confident and lush, warm. And it was actually originally apparently inspired by the spice trails. So I know for a fact that some of the notes in there are actually ginger, coriander, I think lemon, tea, nutmeg, loads and loads and loads of spices. I've forgotten the half of them now. Cinnamon as well, I think. So there are a lot of spices in this perfume. It does really pack a kind of spicy punch. But yes, let's try it. I have actually tried this one before, I have to admit. It's one of my very, oh, I can't get the lid off. Blimey. I don't know what's the matter with these people. I mean, I suppose I don't want it to leak, but yeah. Whoa. And then it comes off really suddenly and you get it everywhere. But anyway, yeah. So it's got this nice little plasticky droppery thing, which I prefer to a sprayer actually. So I'm going to put a little bit on my wrist right now. I'm not going to rub it together because that apparently squashes the molecules so that the perfume evaporates a little bit too fast. So I've just put a little dab on my wrist like that, and now I'm going to have an initial smell and tell you my first reaction. You're probably fed up with YouTube videos of people going but actually, wow, this is definitely, every time I smell it I'm reminded why it is one of my favourite all-time perfumes, because it's an oriental perfume, but yet it's got a sort of soft warmness about it. It's not like, I don't know if you think about other oriental perfumes, they're all different of course, but some that spring to mind, and we've got Shalimar, we've got even something like Poison by Dior or Hypnotic Poison. These are all kind of considered to be oriental perfumes because they contain lots and lots of spices and things like that. But this one, although it does contain a lot of spices, it's very soft and it's very warm and it's actually very subtle. You wouldn't think that something that had that much ginger in it could actually be subtle, but it really is. It's intimate, it's, oh, don't even get me started. It really is really exotic without being in your face. It's the kind of perfume that, yes, you could wear it out, you know, for a night out and you'd feel really nice, but you could also probably get away with it in the daytime or in the summer, that kind of thing. So it's definitely one of my all-time favourite perfumes. This is my first ever YouTube video, so apologies if I started off by sort of opening my mouth a little bit like a lemming and gurning at you. I'll probably be doing rather a lot of that in the following few videos. Also, apologies for my surroundings. I don't know about you, but I've always wanted to do a YouTube video, but I've always thought that's a bit embarrassing, isn't it? You know, my bedroom is a mess half the time. I'm a bit of an untidy person, so I'm not really sure that I want the whole world seeing my bedroom right now. And yeah, you sort of think to yourself, well, I could go in the house and I could sit down in the living room and I could just talk to myself. That would be perfectly normal. Everybody does that, don't they? So yeah, I was a bit embarrassed. So then I went out to the garden and I thought, well, I'll do it outside because I love being outside. It's my favourite place, especially for testing perfumes, because, you know, no one can accuse you of stinking them out or anything like that, or trying on too many at once. So I went outside in the garden, I got all settled, put my laptop on a sort of ledge in front of the window and sat down, sort of brushed my hair a little bit. You know, you can tell I didn't go to a lot of trouble for you, I'm sorry, but yeah. And then, first of all, it started to rain, which wasn't great, so I just went inside again, waited patiently, had a hot chocolate, and then I came outside again, I got installed, I got settled, I was ready to go, I tell you. And then I heard my next door neighbour, and she was like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "Yeah." And she's like, "Oh, you've got company." I was like, "No." it was quite embarrassing because I actually live in the middle of nowhere. It's just like us and our neighbours. So, you know, I sort of thought I was safe. I just totally forgot I have neighbours, and now I think she thinks I'm what's the word? I was going to be really politically incorrect then and say schizophrenic, and I didn't mean that. I mean, you know, someone who talks to themselves. Just stop digging. Stop digging right now. Okay. Yes. Anyway, I'm going on and on and on and on and on. So please subscribe if you like perfumes down below. And yeah, if you want to be absolutely incredibly, unbelievably awesome, you might check out my site online for my business, which is designyourownperfume.co.uk, which is also shown below. Thanks for listening. Bye bye.